Can you say happy birthday?
Happy birthday!
Well, happy birthday to you.
To me! Oh, man! Okay, shucks.
So here we are on historic Nye Beach, trying to get our dollar kites up in the air.
Tess?
Which, it's hard to believe that Tess and Chloe, this is Tess and this is Chloe. Hard to believe that Tess and Chloe are at the top of their class. Since they can't even fly. Well, you're pretty much, yeah, you are. Pretty well, yeah, anyway, yes. Hard to believe at this point in time. So, and there's Tess's best friend Lauren. And there's Maddie and Katrina, who's an old family friend as well. Maddie's got hers up in the air. Anyway, we're down here on the beach because it's Tessie's birthday and that's what she wanted to do. It's about 60 degrees and the wind is blowing about 20, 25, and my genius daughter is in a bikini. So it's her birthday. She can do what she wants. That's okay. So it's actually really, it's warmer than I thought it was going to be. It's not bad at all. And it was a nice drive out with the kids in the car. And oh wow, hey Lauren, you're doing the best job with the kites so far. Where is it? It's up there.
We are.
You guys haven't even got your strings untangled yet. That's hilarious.
How did he do that? I don't know.
Anyway, I have some stuff. I got something to say. Wasn't that a Def Leppard song? Oldie but a goodie. But I think I'll finish up the kite video here and you can come back for more later. Talk to you soon. Oh wait, beach dog. Random beach dog. Talk to you later. And there she goes again. Okay, so I'm in pants and a shirt and a sweatshirt and a raincoat on top of that, and I'm contemplating whether I should go put on more clothes. And well, you know how cold the water is here, so the funny thing is I can remember being like this when I was a kid, like wanting to run in the waves until my mom was like, come out, you're blue, and I cannot fathom how they're doing it now. I guess I'm finally grown up. But anyway, so I wanted to say happy belated birthday to Sarah. There's Maddie getting her pants completely soaking wet. And say I'm sorry I didn't remember, but I can barely remember my sister's birthdays, so really it's sort of the best you can expect from me. And I apologize if there's a lot of wind noise in this video. There's quite a lot of wind here. So, I was sorry to hear you'd been hurt in your soccer game, Dan. And I want to know, you were saying you'd had concussions in college, and I'd just like to know how many concussions have you had, because that would explain a lot of things to me. But anyway, I think you weren't supposed to sleep after you had a concussion. Like, you were supposed to stay awake so you didn't pass out and never get up again or something like that. I don't know, but and I also wanted to say in that video, thank you for wearing a shirt. So that was really kind of you. And in general, we need a new sign-off, because it sounds like we've abandoned the Still Dead, which is fine with me because that always seemed a little odd, but you guys seem to like it. Hey Maddie, what's up, babe?
I can't feel my legs.
Well, of course you can't feel your legs. You've been standing in the Pacific Ocean. I'm taking a video. Yeah, I am. Of the girls, because I think they'd rather look at girls than me. And go run. Not necessarily in the water. If you run outside the water, you warm up. Are you numb, Katrina?
What?
Are you numb?
Not a little bit.
Would you guys walk on the sand for a little bit and warm up, maybe? So, anyway, so what was I going to say? Oh, and congrats to Garrett on getting his driver's permit. That's awesome. So, anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Grand Canyon, because it really is, I don't want to get wet. I don't even want to get my toes wet. That's how cold the water is. The Grand Canyon is fascinating. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, there's like a billion years of history there, and like I said, that's one of the things I found interesting about the Death Book, is that, had enough, Chloe? Got to warm up?
Nope, I'm taking this last one too.
Good thinking. Hey, Chloe, take someone with you if you're going up to the bathroom, all right? Take someone with you if you're going up to the bathroom. Okay. She's just going to change in her towel. she's a talented gal. Anyway, the Grand Canyon is fascinating because it's just, I don't know, there's so many billion years of history there, and the book is interesting because it points out these things that I never would have thought of about, you know. They were talking about people who drown, which is of course very, very sad, but they were talking about how, like, since the Glen Canyon Dam closed in 1963, the summer water temperature has dropped from roughly 80 degrees to around 50 degrees, and so of course the incident of people dying from cold water shock has gone up dramatically. But this is something I never would have thought about, and I guess they're actually thinking about piping water around to normalize the temperatures because it's actually damaging to the native fish species. You know, it's just amazing to me how much damage we do to this planet without even really trying. But anyway, the Grand Canyon is cool because it's like a completely different planet. It's like the temperatures and the thermal effect in the summer, and it's just cool. I don't know that I want to actually hike it because now I'm getting kind of like scared from reading this book about nice seaweed jump rope. Ew, you broke it. But it's a fascinating place to learn about, and you nature boys that you are should go there and hike around, and then you can tell me about it. Anyway, oh yeah, so it is cool that, you know, actually this is the first year at our family reunion that we've had a talent show. Although we generally do like sing-alongs and stuff, because pretty much all of the cuttings, you know, with the rare exception, are complete and total hams. And several of us are really quite musical. And then my Aunt April married Jake, who is your kind of guy, Dan, actually. He's plays the guitar wonderfully, and he's the most beautiful voice. It's just this really rich baritone, and he used to do a lot of yodeling, which I know sounds really, really corny, but the way he does it, or did it, I should say, is just beautiful. And he did a little bit of it at this time, and I was going to post a video of it, but he was really kind of hoarse, and I didn't want to like embarrass him by showing him it less than his best. But mostly I just like it when he sings normally, because he just has this rich, romantic voice, and he writes his own songs and plays the guitar. So like I said, he's your kind of guy. And then, like, my cousin David has been playing the banjo from a fairly early age. His dad is my dad's oldest brother, and his younger brother Doug was telling me about how, like, he just got this whim. He used to play the trumpet, and then he decided David had this whim to start the banjo, and so he'd like ride his bike to this banjo maker's. So he like made his own banjo, and he'd ride along on his bike with the banjo sticking out of the top of his backpack. And anyway, actually, you know, we're kind of an eclectic bunch, I have to say, the cuttings. There's like a fairly good mix of artistic and science nerds. And Doug, for example, he's well, I don't mean to be all Al Gore about this, but I'm pretty sure he invented the internet. He's like, honestly, I don't even have the knowledge to tell you what he did, but he's like on the board at Cloudera. He's their principal architect, and he invented some program called Hadoop, Hadoop, and I don't know. And you know what? I think I have a link to like an interview with him, and if you're interested, you can look at it. I'll post it. But he's like this really humble guy. He's about 7 feet tall. He looks kind of like this big walking skeleton because he's totally gaunt, and you would just never guess that he invented the internet. So yeah, we're kind of a weird family, actually. But everybody's family is weird. They're just all weird in their own special way. So, oh shoot, I'm littering. I'm never gonna catch that unless I run, and I can't run because my toe is broken. All right, I gotta run. Why? Yeah, so I decided to spare you the never-ending paper chase. Just had a couple more things to add. I suppose at this point you're starting to be irritated that I don't cut the videos together and make them one video like you guys do, but that's not going to happen anytime soon, so you should probably get used to it. anyways, yeah. So like, I'm trying to keep an eye on the kids that are in the ocean right now. In general, that seems like responsible parenting. But anyway, yeah. So my toe is definitely broken. I wasn't sure if it was sprained or broken. I still haven't seen a doctor or anything. Don't get me wrong. But it was the 4th of July, and I think if it were just sprained, it would be better by now. And last night I had my first softball game since that happened, and it still hurts. It definitely does not like running, and I was playing first for a little bit, and I tried to jump, and it can't jump. Not that I could ever jump much anyway, but it did not like that, and I had to have a pinch runner the whole time. But anyway, it was a funny game because I started out at first, and we've got this guy who plays short, and he used to be a pitcher in high school or college, I forget what. So he throws the ball like I don't know. He just throws the ball really, really hard, and when he gets excited, he's just a spaz. He throws the ball really hard, and he's just wildly inaccurate, and I think maybe I just can't track the ball the way I used to. I mean, if I get it in the right in the pocket, then I'm good, but it's just too hard to catch otherwise. And the first ball he threw at me was in the dirt, and I don't even know why I stood there. I think it happened too fast. Otherwise, I think I'd have jumped out of the way because it was scary. It's hard to dig stuff out, and it's going like 90 miles an hour. And then the next one he threw me, I got a glove on it, but it hit me right in that meaty part of the palm, like under your thumb right there. And I doubt you can see it, frankly, but forget about it. Anyway, I have on that hand, I have, and this is like through the glove, right? And that's the really fat part of the glove. I have a broken blood vessel from here basically down into my wrist from that throw, and I said a really bad word a couple times, and I just after that I started playing second, and I was a lot happier. And I would have felt kind of bad because you know me, I don't want to be outdone by a man, but the man that came and played first, he couldn't catch this guy either because he's just like insane. I don't think he had a single good throw all night long. So yeah, basically though, I am falling apart. Like, I got a broken toe, I've got a huge ruptured blood vessel in my hand. While I was on vacation, I came down with shingles, which is kind of funny because when I first got the rash, I thought I'd been bitten by bed bugs, which really freaked me out. And I'm like, when we get home, we're boiling everything. Like, nothing comes in the house. We're unloading in the driveway. We're boiling it all before we use it again. And after a couple days, you start to develop these kind of blisters on the rash, and I showed it to Mike, and because he actually had shingles like 6 years ago, which is even weirder because most people I know have had shingles are like in their 60s or 70s, so he got it in his 30s, anyway, so I showed it to Mike, and he looked at the pattern, he looked at the blister, he's like, I don't think this is bed bugs, I think this is shingles. And so anyway, yeah, I'm getting old apparently, because yes, that was my grandma calling. She's a bit of a woo-woo lately. I guess at almost 92 years old, you have the right to be a bit of a woo-woo. So yes, shingles. I've got them. They're not so great, but they're better than bed bugs, I guess, if you had to pick. I'm going to try to wrap this up before anybody else calls me, or I lose any more scraps of paper, or any of those other dumb things that keep happening. I am probably going to have to learn how to piece video clips together at some point, but anyway, I didn't have a lot else to say. I did want to say I wasn't surprised that you don't like Vegas, Dan. I would have been surprised if you do. I don't know, it's kind of like Disneyland. It's, but like better drinks and bigger boobs. So, if you're not into Disneyland, I can see why you wouldn't necessarily be into Vegas. I like them both. But I do have to say that I actually think there's lots of interesting food to eat in Vegas. Just sometimes you have to get off the strip. I mean, there's lots of interesting high-end food on the strip, but if you're not into spending $100 a head on a dinner, then it's not that interesting. But there's a lot of people from all over the world that come from Vegas to work. Africa and Asia get off the strip a little bit, that's where they're